Morning, welcome back to the diary. Thank you for joining me. A first session on the Park Lake today, hoping for a carp, which is something I didn't get last summer. Mind you, I did only fish 3 or 4 times, and I must admit I was in two minds whether to bother fishing it this year because of last year's poor results. But then common sense kicked in. It is literally a 3-minute drive from my house to here, and I thought rather than give the place a swerve, I should perhaps give it another chance and perhaps fish more of a campaign on here this summer to see if I can get a carp. So that's what we're going to do. I've been fishing over 4 hours already, nothing. So it's not looking too positive at the moment. I haven't seen any fish move, and I've managed to avoid watching some tufted ducks. Managed to avoid the bird life as well so far, so fingers crossed, and needless to say, if anything happens at all, I'll be back. Right, tactics for today. Those of you that are kind enough to have followed the channel over the years will have seen me fish here on a few occasions using various methods to try and catch a carp. Most of those methods are geared up to dealing with two of the challenges that this water provides. One is it's only 3 feet deep everywhere, and secondly the bird life, which frankly are a pain. There are hundreds and hundreds of birds on here, mainly because of course they get fed regularly by the public. So any method, if you were to, for instance, try spodding particles, pellets or whatever over your hook bait area, all you do is attract the coots and the tufted ducks, who, because it's so shallow, have no problem whatsoever in finding your bait patch, and once they're on it, frankly it's a write-off, and you've run a very real risk of ending up playing one of our feathery friends. So in order to try and avoid attracting the attention of the birds, I have either used a single high-vis pop-up on a spinner rig, and my most successful pop-up has been a IB, essential IB. In fact, my PB on this water, 26 pounder common, came on that approach. Or, and this is what we're doing today, a large PVA bag filled with either cell, pellet, ground bait and a cell wafter hook bait, and pumped full of cell smart liquid, or sticky baits bloodworm wafter hook bait with sticky baits pellets and ground bait. And in fact, about 20 minutes ago, it was that combination that managed to achieve this for me. I don't think it's a carp. It's a big bream. It was a big bream, and it let go. I very nearly had it, as they say. So, not what we're after, and not in the net. So, close but no banana. So yeah, that's how the approach is today. And hopefully we may be successful. Rest assured, if anything happens, as you know, I'll be back. Well, 2 hours to go and nothing more to report, other than the fact that we've just survived a thunderstorm. It tossed it down. I'm busy trying to dry things up a bit. Well, that's the first session over. On to the next one. Good morning, and welcome back to the diary. Session number 2 on the Park Lake, and another attempt to catch carp. I've come to a different spot from where you last saw me. Last time I was round about the middle of the lake. Today I've come to what's known locally as the top end of the lake, which I've never really understood, because if there's a top end there has to be a bottom end, and that would suggest lakes on a slope. Rest assured it isn't. So for those that know, the boathouse end. Tactics today exactly the same as was, and let's just see how we get on. I suspect it might take a few more sessions. Little stocky carp, which sadly looks to be in a bit of a state, and unfortunately is also foul hooked. Well, that sounds more like it.
that we are noisy, but I've seen you to catch something.
Well, that took 2 sessions, but we got...
Just move a little bit. What do you think, how many kilos that is?
Kilos? I couldn't tell you.
Well, I cannot do in your things, I still do kilos.
Massive! Massive!
Wow.
Wow! That is...
How heavy?
£16.
16 pounds.
There we go, 2 sessions. Got there in the end, as they say. That's the price you pay for fishing a park lake. You get an immediate audience if you're successful. She goes. So, session number 2 did the business for us. 16 pounder, lovely condition common. Sadly, the inevitable audience, unavoidable when you fish park lakes like this, particularly in the school half term. But hey ho, such is life. Although it did feel slightly ironic when the lady from Czechoslovakia started telling me that, oh, we eat those at Christmas. I gave her the eyes, you know what I mean? So yeah, lovely fish, much nicer than the early morning one that I got. The little stocky was in a poor way, frankly, covered in red sores. And unfortunately, sod's law this, I could have done something to help, I think, because I usually carry propolis with me, and left it at the house. So yeah, not a pretty sight. They've only the little stockies have only been in a couple of months, I think, but that one didn't look in a very fine state. Anyway, that's got the season off to a start. See if we can get another one now. Right then, that's it, time to go. And I'm going home happy. It only took 2 sessions to lift the Park Lake blank, which came as a very pleasant surprise. What's next? Well, I'm not sure. Could be more carping. Could be back on the Park Lake. Might try the bottom end this time. And so until the next time, hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.